guys, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do a simple text color on effect in Davinci Resolve. So let's jump into it. Once you guys are in Davinci Resolve, you can either do this from a current project, an existing project, or a new project. I went ahead and started up a new project called Effects. First thing you're going to want to do is open up your media pool, and then just go anywhere in your media pool, right click, and create a new fusion composition. Grab that, drag that down to your timeline somewhere, and you are going to want to right click on your fusion composition and select open in fusion page. In fusion, I know, massive nightmare, scary, a background node, and just throw that down in the node section, and then grab a merge node as well as a text node. We don't need this second merge, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. And then also I want to drag our text and make sure it is connected to the foreground. Make sure that your background node is connected to the background section of the merge, which is the yellow section. An easy way to tell what's background and foreground is just hover over these arrows here. So you got the mask down here into your background node, and the only thing you're going to do with this is turn the alpha all the way down just to make it transparent. So now we have this checkerboard background, and now we'll be able to see any text we throw up here on the screen. Okay. So this is going to work for any sort of font or anything. I'm actually going to teach you how to create a preset at the end potentially. So next thing you're going to want to do is actually disconnect this merge from the media out, as we're going to select all, right click, copy, and then right click again and paste in here all three of these nodes. Now what we're going to do is we are going to actually disconnect this background. Oh, that didn't work perfectly. Disconnect the background from this node. Now we are going to want to select the text and create another merge node to connect this to the text. So I'm just going to disconnect that there. I'm going to connect the background to the background, the text to the foreground. Boom. Okay, now we just need to connect this merge node to the other merge node. We're going to go ahead and grab this merge node and use this one as a background. What we're going to do is connect this merge output to our media out. So now we have two text nodes, both with alpha backgrounds where we get this checkerboard. So now, as you can see, if we go ahead and type something in here, something simple like hello, we'll actually have to duplicate it on both sides. And now what you can see is if we change the text on this second one to a different color, it should change the color of the text, because this is just a copy over the other one. So in order to use this effect, all we're playing around with is the right on ability. So if you come down here, you can simply change this whenever you're speaking in a certain section of your video. Usually they use this for YouTube Shorts, and you can change that to make it right over in a different color. So now the fun part, selecting this and making this into a preset, so that way you don't need to do this again. So what you're going to want to do is to select all these nodes besides media out, then right click on one of them and find where it says macro, and we're looking for create macro in this instance. And now I already did this, but I'll walk you through it. I wouldn't select more than you kind of need. So for this particular effect, I would close out this image box, probably don't need this top section, honestly. Just keep it super simplistic. You can kind of click on what you want, what we're looking at. So I'm clicking on the text in the Fusion page to check out what I want to include. Now we'll bring through the type, maybe the center Z, the size, width, height, maybe perspective. Definitely bring on color because we're going to want to change the color. That's the whole point of this whole thing. Now in transform tab, similar kind of thing. I mean, you can always use the transform within the edit page in order to do this. I'm just going to keep it super simplistic for this tutorial. So I'm actually going to jump out of this section, and then we're going to go to the second text, and we're just going to select the same exact stuff. Style text, font, style, color, boom, 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 size. You're probably going to want some more of this stuff, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just being very selective with this. Start, end, play around with what you guys want. Type, center Z, size, width, height, boom. And that's it. I just noticed that I missed in the first section this whole tab. That would have been bad. Alright, so we need styled text, font, style, color, boom, 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 size. And that's going to be good for us other than start and end. We need those two. Okay, so that's good. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to name this macro. So we just have, I'm going to name it a little differently because I already have one in there. I'm going to make it simple text, color, effect. Hit close, save changes, yes. Go ahead, and it's just gonna save this to some crappy place. That's not what we want. I'm just gonna save it into my downloads for easy finding. Boom, saved in our downloads. So then you're gonna want to go over to your downloads folder, create a new folder called Fusion. Go ahead and open that up, create another new folder, name this one Edit, another new folder, last one inside here, and name this one Titles. Now you're going to want to go back to the Downloads folder and simply drag this through into the Fusion templates, drag it into Edit, and then lastly drag it into Titles. Come to the Edit folder, left click on it once, right click on it, go to Show More Options, and then Send To. This is going to be the easiest way to do this. Go to Compressed Zip folder, click that, type this in, whatever you want to name your effect. I'm going to name it Simple Color Edit Effect. Go ahead and change the .zip on the end of it to .drfx. That's just the Davinci Resolve file type. Hit enter, hit yes. Now we're going to want to copy this because sometimes Davinci Resolve messes up and deletes this, and then just paste in a new one to make a shortcut. And then just double click on your effect, and it should open up right in Davinci Resolve. You hit install, and then it should pop up right up on your edit page. Now I already have this. I'm not going to reinstall it, so I'm just going to hit cancel. And then once you have it on your edit page, you can go ahead and find it within the effects folder. And I have it right down here in its own little group on Titles. And I have the colored text easy effect. So now you can go ahead and just drag that to your timeline. Come over here. Boom. When using this text effect, you do need to make sure both text options, text boxes are the same. So for example, I have both these as Rhiannon rings like a, because I was doing a music video for my mother. But you want to make sure those are the same and the size of the text is the same And then you can just go ahead and write on your text. The color here to whatever you want. Maybe you want red. Boom. Keyframe it. Right on all the way. So now we got this. So that's it, folks. If you guys got something out of today's video, make sure you guys smash the like button and smash that subscribe button, because I'm going to be posting more tutorials on Davinci Resolve. Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys want to see more of and what would be helpful for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.